Well, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm the host, Michael Watson, and can you believe we're on episode 5 already of the show? Time flies when you're having fun. I kind of teased episode 5 in episode 4, so take some time if you haven't watched the first 4 episodes. Just pause this video, go back, and watch 1 through 4. But today's episode is primarily focusing on Illinois, my home state, so there's been several events that have really occurred over the last several days and weeks in that state that I kind of want to cover with you. But first off, hope everyone enjoyed the holiday weekend as we celebrated the life and achievements of Martin Luther King Jr. It was nice having that Monday off, but we're back at it here on Tuesday, so just expect more videos throughout the week as we proceed. Before we go into episode number 5, please take some time to subscribe. Like the videos, share the videos, comment if there's anything that you want me to cover and you know want me to actually discuss going forward when it comes to current events, anything at all, ranging from politics to video games to sports, whatever. Feel free to share that in the comment section below. Okay, so let's go into episode number 5 as Megan hits the invisible timer and we're off. All right, so a couple things that I kind of want to discuss with you today. Related to my home state of Illinois. So I actually was born and raised in Illinois for about 18 years, and I moved to go to college at 18, and haven't really lived there since, permanently since that time. I did go to school in Illinois. I am a alum of the University of Illinois, so go Illini. But ever since then, I've kind of lived outside of the States. But I have plenty of friends on social media, family that still lives there, and I stay up to date on Illinois politics because it's pretty fascinating. Overall, the state's been in an absolute disaster and free-for-all for years. It's been a one-party state, to be really honest with you. Both the House and Senate has been in Democratic control for a very long time. We did have a Republican governor before this current governor, J.B. Pritzker, but nothing really changed because of the control in both the House and Senate. But the state is an absolute dumpster fire right now, given COVID and just poor leadership. So first off, the state was actually basically controlled by one man for a very long time, and that man was Michael Madigan. He was the House Speaker for years upon years. And it just came news, actually, just became news that he will no longer be the Speaker of the House. When I read that, my first thought was, well, I probably should go out and get some champagne and celebrate. I did actually have a couple cold ones just to celebrate that, but a good friend of mine, a fellow Republican, he will remain nameless, reminded me that this incoming Speaker of the House will likely have a lot of his duties controlled by Madigan himself. So it's a bummer knowing that information, but it's great news that he's no longer the overall figurehead of the House. And hopefully, and I'm not too optimistic that change will occur in the state at the House level. Senate still remains to be seen, and as the governor, House right now, it's not in a good spot right now with J.B. Pritzker. I find it kind of ironic that the Democrats really hounded the Republicans on the nomination of Donald Trump when it comes to being a billionaire and greedy and just the overall product of capitalism, etc. But then the Illinois Democrats and Democrats in that state propped it up one of them, a billionaire, a greedy man, and J.B. Pritzker. So hey, what can you do? I mean, he's a Democrat. He's untouchable. You cannot criticize J.B. Pritzker. So overall, great news. Michael Madigan's gone. I think if you're in Illinois, I think you should celebrate. Take some time, pop a couple cold ones, and maybe pour one out for the speakership of Michael Madigan. Because I don't think we're going to see him become speaker again. But hey, he still lives on. So we'll see what happens. All right, shifting gears. J.B. Pritzker, I've already kind of mentioned him before, but he's an absolute clown. I think he's done an absolutely terrible job in the COVID response in the state of Illinois. Compare him to, say, Ron DeSantis in Florida, and you kind of have glaring contrast there. And I think J.B. Pritzker could really take a step back and kind of learn from Ron DeSantis in Florida on the overall response. I won't go into the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot. I think everyone kind of knows where she is in this whole scheme of things. I'm not a big fan of hers, but really a lot of this falls on the feet of J.B. Pritzker and his failed governorship. Small businesses are struggling in the state, struggling. I know in a couple of videos in the past, I mentioned Barstool and Barstool's fund for small businesses. If you haven't had the opportunity, check out the story. It's unbelievable how much money they're raising. I think they're almost up to $30 million so far. So great cause. Illinois businesses, small businesses are hurting. So please, if you have time, go and support your small businesses. Just not in Illinois, but in your neighborhoods, in your states. Take some time and really put some money back into the small businesses, because they seriously are the backbone of this country. It's not these big corporations or anything like that. It's the mom and pop stores that are within the actual neighborhoods that we live in. So support them, please do. Lastly, I kind of wanted to touch base on the criminal justice reform bill that passed the government in Illinois. Now I think it sits on the governor's desk. And I haven't seen any news of late him signing it, about him signing it. So if you hear that, and just let me know, because I honestly have not heard anything, from the actual governor's office about him signing this bill. But anyway, just taking really taking a step back from the actual bill and seeing what really entails. First off, it's about 700 pages long. The House, I believe, received the bill at 2 a.m. in the morning, and had about 1 hour to actually read the bill. And after that, they were debating and actually voting on the bill. And some reports that I read was that the Democrats basically shut down a lot of the Republicans wanting to actually debate the bill more in depth. And so that's very disheartening, I guess you could say. So 700 pages passed in the dark of night in a lame duck session. So that's unbelievable. So now it sits on the governor's desk. Some of the lasting impacts of this bill that might occur that I kind of want to discuss is just the overall effect that it might have on law enforcement today and then also in the future. If you are an officer of, living in Illinois, first off, it's an unbelievable, stressful job. You are getting criticized in the national media, possibly within your actual own neighborhood. The pay is pretty good, but not great. And now you have this bill attached to your job where you're basically accountable and can get sued by anyone within the actual public. That begs the question, who really wants to become a police officer in the future? And knowing what you know about what the current state of the law enforcement is within just not Illinois, but also in the country, I mean, do you really want your child or your spouse or anyone wanting to pursue something like that, which is an absolute shame, because these people sacrifice their lives every single day. They honestly want to serve their communities, and it's just very sad of where we're currently at as a country when it comes to law enforcement. And it kind of worries me, with two little ones. It's going to be more incumbent on us to kind of defend ourselves in the future. So I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Going forward, what the overall effects is of this bill, and maybe possible effects of you and your family when it comes to the actual defense of it. So let me know what you let me know what you think about it. So those are the three main things I kind of wanted to discuss about Illinois. Next episode, we'll start diving into the inauguration and the first week of the Biden presidency. I can't believe it's already here. Who will Trump pardon on his way out? That's news. It could be Lil Wayne, maybe Joe Exotic, who knows. So more to come on that. All right, I'll stop there. It's more than 5 minutes. I'm sorry, but I had to ramble on. So please let me know your thoughts. Subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave comments. Until next time, I'll see you later.